Today I'm going to talk to you about what I do in dreaming. Some people have said that I am a teacher of the teachers of the Lemurian dreamers. Lemuria was a colony that existed approximately 75,000 years ago, and it is a continent that actually sank. There in the floating temples, many of the children would come to the foot of the temples, and at the foot of the temples what they would do is they would learn how to teleport, and those students that were able to do teleportation would teleport to the floating temples, and in the floating temples they would be taught the art of the Lemurian dreamer. We are in a time in history where the energies of Earth have extended into the 11th and 12th density. There are some souls on Earth right now that are actually expressing 9th density expressions. It is possible for all of us. And basically it only takes aligning your higher self at the 7th density, your essence at the 8th density, and your monad at the 9th density. At night when I go to sleep at night, I always look at sleep as being very much a ritual. Many of us are much more alive in our dreams than we could ever imagine being in our 3D lives. So one of the things that's really neat about it is that what you want to do is you want to set parameters for space at night when you go to sleep. So one of the things that I do is I actually call in my 13 different guardians, 4 from different directions, 1 guardian from below. Some people would refer to this as the angel of death or the angel of death and rebirth. That angel is the angel that will escort you into this lifetime and out of this lifetime. And then you have what I call a split guardians. And the split guardians are kind of what I believe is what gives us free will. And it's kind of like when 2 choices are presented to you, there often is a good choice and a not so good choice. And you decide to do whatever it is that you decide to do in the moment of making choices. Life is simply a series of making choices, and in each and every choice that you make, there are no right or wrong choices. There strictly is the choice that you made. And by the choices that you make, it adds up to the sum of the consequences that you'll currently be facing in order to move forward in your life. So at night when I go to sleep at night, I've always been one that's always worked with a lot of angels. So I call in, well, here's how I do it. I call Archangel Ariel, Raphael, Michael, Uriel, all the angels of the healing matrix, 20,000 angels of the light sweeping through. And then basically I ask them to fly through the past, present, future, and through the pivot of the now. And I ask them to clear space for me. I ask that only those guides and guardians that are in 100% alignment with my missions, my purposes, and my tasks be allowed to access me during my sleep time or my dream time. And then basically I invite many things. Sometimes I will invite the ancient lightworker dragons from Sirius. I work with a dragon myself by the name of Seraphina. It's a rainbow serpent. It's a lady dragon. She's a lot of fun. And basically what I do is I command and demand my space. And I will ask my 6 guardians to stay with my body while I walk out of my body in my sleep. And from there I have a team of 7, and everybody has a team of 13 guardians. And I ask those 7 guardians to go with me wherever it is that I might intend by commanding and demanding where it is that I might want to go in my sleep. Some people can ask to go places like the Great White Healing Tables of Acturius. Some people ask to go to the 9th density temples in Venus. Some people might ask for a trip to the Grand Central Sun, the core of Earth. Some people might ask that they may wish to go somewhere like Alcyon, or could be anywhere. Anyway, just use your imagination. I mean, that is what you are, an I-Magi. Anyway, basically what I do is I command and I demand this space in 100% alignment with my missions, my purposes, and my tasks. And that sets up for me the ability to be able to do many, many, many things in my sleep. When you learn how to program your sleep, it goes way beyond lucid dreaming. And it goes way beyond astral projection, astral planes. I avoid the astral planes, both the lower and the higher, strictly because a different set of rules applies on the astrals. In many of the astral planes, there's a lot of beings there that don't have enough light to even get back to their higher self. So when you set parameters of exactly where it is that you wish to go, higher self, essence, and monad will show up to help you, along with any of your guardians or your guides or angelic presences, very large councils. There's many people on earth that are working with councils. I work with 3 members of a council of 33. And basically, one of the things that I do when I'm programming my sleep is that I will ask if I'm going to bed at, say, 12 o'clock. I might ask to put my physical body to bed and to rest, and then to bring my intellectual body and my emotional body forward with me. And I asked for it to be threaded out into my etheric body, and then out into my low astral and my high astral, and I asked to protect that. And then what I do is then I ask to align my 7th, 8th, and 9th, the low causal, the mid causal, the high causal, along with the higher self, essence, and monad. And then what I will do is I'll say between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, that might be the time that I might wish to learn light encoded languages. And then on from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I might want to rearrange my filing cabinets. And from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I might want to attend school. And for everybody's on a little bit different path. That might involve angels, elementals, elves, fairies, the elven realms, shining ones. There's 101 different types of teachers. And the other thing that I do is I will ask to make sure that everything that I have taken in, because I believe that many of us are going through downloads at this time, and when we're sleeping, it's just like something opens up our mind, and in the opening up of our mind, different things come in, and it is necessary to ask for those things to be filed or referenced in a way that you can access these records when you need to get a hold of them. Another thing that is really, really, really important is essence contact. And I believe that many, many people, we cross paths with people. Sometimes we see people speak or talk, and we'll say, geez, I really feel like I know that person. And the fact is that we really do. And many of these people, we cross paths with one another in our dream time, prior to ever crossing paths in the 3D worlds. And for those people that are trying to align with different people, and sometimes you understand why certain things don't just click, what you need to do is you need to ask to maybe spend an hour at night and any of the high-level essence contact that is really, really important to you. It's that type of essence contact that you want to get activated. So for heaven's sakes, spend 1 or 2 hours a night in high-level essence contact with other people, because we really are dreaming a new reality. The new world is here. There's no doubt about it. Will it to be, so it will be, and so it is. So many of us here in this now, it's time to start to be a piece of peace. So you want to really pay attention to what it is that you're focusing your energies on, how it is that you are actually aligning yourself by releasing, forgiving, and letting many things go, inviting in the new alignment so that you will be putting together the types of things that you wish to put together, so that it isn't just a wish anymore, it's actually a willing it to be, so it will be, and so it is. There are so many different things that I could tell you about, and I hope that on this YouTube series, I call it the Good God series, it's about the voyage or the journey to the 13th bridge. And one of the things that is wonderful about that is that as you keep moving up in consciousness, things will just start getting better and better and better for you. And